something is happening that's caused Royal Caribbean to cancel 2 Icon-class cruises. You heard that right. Plus, space debris could be falling down on a Princess cruise ship tonight. Let's roll the intro. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. It's your Captain Corey. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And let's get things kicked off with a question of the day. Question: how do you normally book your cruises? Are you using maybe like a travel agent, going online to do it yourself? Or maybe, just maybe, you've got some special rates through like a casino or something with like a cool strategy you use? Let me know your answer in the comments down below, because I think this is going to be a popular question for other cruisers to check in and see what other people are doing. Maybe they're missing out on some good cruise deals. Now, let's get into today's cruise news. We turn our attention to Royal Caribbean and one of their beautiful new Icon-class cruise ships, which is now seeing unfortunate cancellations of 2 weeks worth of sailings aboard Star of the Seas. That's right, a vessel that's not quite in service until August of next year, but she's already seen her first 2 sailings pulled off the calendar. And this is according to Royal Caribbean, who say, "We're working hard on completing our next Icon-class ship, Star of the Seas, and after reviewing the work that remains to be done on the ship, we unfortunately are forced to delay the delivery date. The 2 affected sailings, they're the August 17th and the August 24th, 2025 cruises. So right now, if you're booked on August 31st for Star of the Seas, it looks as if you are now going to be enjoying the inaugural sailing on this very, very cool ship. What this means, though, is that 10,000 or more people are facing cancellation day today. It's crazy. The bigger ships get, the more people have a bad day on cancellation day. I don't know. Is bigger better? Hopefully, if you are on board this canceled cruise, you're able to find another sailing that works for you. You got plenty of lead time. And speaking of another cruise with Royal Caribbean, at least you've got a lot of interesting options coming out in the coming year or two, 2025, 2026 season. As Rick Rubin, what is my teleprompter doing?
Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter? For the last time, anything you put on that prompter, Burgundy will read.
I'm on Burgundy?
As Royal Caribbean is sort of shaking things up, it looks like they're pushing more and more into these shorter cruises, 3 and 4 nights, which is probably because their prices are so high right now when compared with a similar cruise on a similar ship. I just don't see the return on investment right now with the cruise line pricing things the way they are. Back to the new offerings, though. We're going to see some shorter cruises, particularly with Utopia and Wonder of the Seas. We're going to be operating 3 and 4 night sailings out of Port Canaveral and later on into Miami. And even more interesting, you West Coasters in Los Angeles, the City of Angels. You're going to be seeing Quantum of the Seas making her debut on the West Coast in LA. Other notable changes for Royal in the coming years: Mariner of the Seas is set to operate from Galveston. Jewel of the Seas, which I know a lot of you love, will head to Fort Lauderdale for the first time since 2011. And Enchantment of the Seas, she's heading back to Tampa. Very cool. Why do you think Royal Caribbean is moving away from some of these longer 7+ night itineraries to some of the shorter, more streamlined 3 and 4 night cruises? I don't know what it is. I'm sure they're just hoping to bring cruisers back on their ships, make it a little bit more affordable for you. I think Royal Caribbean is pricing themselves out of the cruise market right now. When you consider the level of service and quality they're offering on board their ships, I can get that same level of service and quality and similar levels of entertainment for 30 to 40% less on competing cruise lines right now. And I think that is going to become a huge problem for Royal Caribbean as people begin to experience their new ships like Icon of the Seas that they paid $5,000 or $10,000 to sail on and realize, holy crap, I spent half of a kitchen remodel's worth of money on this cruise, and I ate the same food. I had similar entertainment that I got on Wonder, Odyssey of the Seas, Freedom of the Seas. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm a little bit more of a budget conscious cruiser. I like to know that I'm getting a lot of value for my money. And that consciousness in value for money also extends into the Midships Amazon store. In there, I've curated a list of some of the best cruise essentials that money can buy, and very affordable, I must say. If you're a cruiser and you're interested in seeing what I take with me every time I sail, just take a look, take a peek. There's a link at the very top of the description in this video. And I think you would love to check some of these things out. You don't have to buy anything. Remember, just clicking that link makes Jeff Bezos personally send me a check at the end of the month. It's a great way to support the channel by literally just going just like that. Thank you so much for your support. Danger Will Robinson. Where is that reference from? Lost in Space, of course. And that's not the only thing that's getting lost in space today, because one cruise ship is facing a space debris warning. Yeah, that's right. Debris. Like from the movie Twister.
Debris, Dusty, we have debris!
Debris!
Right! Left!
It's one of my favorite movie quotes of all time. But this debris is coming from space, and it's going towards the Island Princess, a cruise ship whose passengers received a warning from their captain about potential falling objects from the sky over the Indian Ocean during her current world cruise itinerary. A very strange announcement, I must say. Look, what goes up must come down. It's an old adage, and it's true of space debris as well. Most of the things that we launch up into space, at least more recently, they've started to realize we can't just leave this stuff up there or else we're never going to be able to get through it in the future. So they essentially put them on course to come back down over 5, 10, 20 years. And in this case, the satellite ERS-2, which used to be a European space observation satellite, which is well past its prime, is slated to fall back to Earth sometime, well, anytime now. ERS-2 took its final image back on July 4th of 2011, a long time ago, and it's been deorbiting ever since then, making its way down from 800 kilometers, which I'm an American, so I don't even know how high that is. I actually had to ask Alexa. It's 500 miles, so there you go, my USA folks. So a fiery show may be on the books for these cruise passengers aboard Island Princess tonight. I tell you what, watching things up in the sky from the middle of the ocean on a cruise ship, there's no better view. There's no better view. I'm telling you, none of the light pollution that you get from living around these cities and looking up in the sky. And I can't think of a better way to spend an evening on a cruise ship than catching a really interesting falling star from the heavens that was launched way back in 1995. If you love cruise news, you love hearing me talk about cruising, you love commenting, why don't you join the Midships family by clicking that subscribe button down there. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you wish you could be on a cruise with me right now. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And until next time, we'll see ya on the Midships. You know, somebody made fun of me for doing this the other day. I like it. It's kind of my jam. Why don't you try it? Midships.
La 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 la.